AOC, it's always something happening to you.
Yeah, you always a victim. People don't treat you fairly. Man, sounds horrible.
But anyway, AOC got into it with the representative down there in Florida by the name of Ted Yoho.
Yeah.
A member of the white patriarchy in this country.
Hey,
That evil white patriarchy that's just keeping women down.
AOC, even if that was true, how the hell did you get elected? Makes you think, don't it? If that was true, how is women getting into Congress? How is women becoming CEOs? How is women becoming lawyers, doctors? It's an evil patriarchy, though.
How did a woman run for president and damn near win? But anyway, she got into it with Ted Yoho, right?
Yeah.
And she responded with this epically victimizing speech.
I know what she was thinking. I've seen this same song and dance. Victimize, victimize, victimize. Don't let a crisis go in waste. I'm going to use this opportunity.
Turn it into a crisis.
Turn it into a crisis. Victimize women. Man, I'm going to get all kinds of votes. Check out her speech.
I was minding my own business, walking up the steps, and Representative Yoho put his finger in my face. He called me disgusting. He called me crazy. He called me out of my mind. And he called me dangerous. And in front of reporters, Representative Yoho called me, and I quote, a fucking bitch. These are the words that Representative Yoho levied against a congresswoman. The congresswoman that not only represents New York's 14th congressional district, but every congresswoman and every woman in this country. Because all of us have had to deal with this in some form, some way, some shape, at some point in our lives. And this kind of language is not new. I have encountered words uttered by Mr. Yoho and men uttering the same words as Mr. Yoho while I was being harassed in restaurants. I have tossed men out of bars that have used language like Mr. Yoho's. And I have encountered this type of harassment riding the subway in New York City. This is not new. And that is the problem. And that's when we start to see that this issue is not about one incident. It is cultural. It is a culture of lack of impunity, of accepting of violence and violent language against women, and an entire structure of power that supports that.
All right, so, man, that was a lot of name calling. So he called you crazy.
Crazy.
Calls you out of your mind.
Crazy and out of your mind.
Those go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Same thing. Well, they called you dangerous, called you disgusting.
Oh, wow.
And even called you a F and B. Oh, man, the F and B word, huh? Oh, man.
Hey, if that's true, what I'm not saying it is. I wasn't there. You accusing this man of saying that. But if he did say that in your face, you F and B. If he did that, I would say, AOC, I'm on your side, man. That's a little bit.
That's disgusting. That's over the line.
He jumped over the line. He pulled himself up by his bootstraps and jumped over the line.
Right? But I'm still trying to figure out,
Yeah.
AOC, where's the lie?
Yeah, those statements are pretty accurate.
I mean, do you recall the filth that has emanated from your mouth over the last couple of years? You probably don't, so we're going to help you. We're going to remind you.
You want to abolish ICE. Abolish ICE. Open our borders. Did you learn anything in history class? Do you remember a man named Christopher Columbus? He came here with open borders. Took out everybody. You remember 9/11? You just can't have people coming and going.
Yeah.
And besides, AOC, how many kids are being brought in this country illegally as sex slaves?
Yeah.
You're going to make them more vulnerable.
Yeah.
Don't you care about people of color? Don't you care about women?
Yeah. she even used the verbiage that ICE traffics kids across the United States. And she also called the detention centers concentration camps.
Ooh.
Why would you choose that verbiage? Trafficking, concentration camps. Ain't you minimizing what happened in the Holocaust?
Yeah.
Millions of Jews were killed. They were actually being exterminated from the planet. I don't recall Jews being fed and given free health care and diapers and baby formula provide for their kids.
Yeah.
That's what's going on at the borders. So why do you use that choice of language? Some people would say what you said is crazy. Out of your mind.
Oh, we had a twin moment.
Some people call you a F and B. Some people will call you dangerous. You have millions of followers on Twitter.
It doesn't stop there, man. You want to defund the police. Our most vulnerable, our children and our women in our inner cities are going to be exposed. You're encouraging more criminals to commit more crimes.
Look, the reason why we have a civil society in the United States is because of the rule of law.
Yeah.
We have the cops to enforce those laws. You get rid of the cops.
You don't have a gatekeeper. You don't have a court system.
Right.
You don't have a DMV. You don't have judges, lawyers. You don't have anything.
Without police, a barbaric society would rise in this country.
Yeah.
It would turn into your friend's old neck of the woods, Somalia.
Yeah. Don't you understand now why some of the things you are saying, somebody could call you dangerous? I mean, look what you've called our president.
Yeah, you talking about somebody calling you names.
Yeah.
How many times have you called the president of the United States a racist or a white supremacist?
That's not very nice, AOC.
Yeah, that's 10 times worse.
10 times is worse, man.
Than being called a B. I mean, a white supremacist, a racist, that is pure evil. I'll put them in the same class as murderers.
Yeah, rapists.
Pedophiles.
Yeah.
Serial killers.
That's evil to call somebody that, especially with no proof.
And especially the President of the United States.
That's dangerous.
She claims there's a culture in this country that prevents women from being successful. Instead of victimizing yourself, AOC, why don't you choose to empower women? Tell them to do what you did. You was actually a bartender.
Yeah.
You empowered yourself. Yeah. You actually pulled yourself up by your bootstraps.
I know you like that.
Yeah.
That figure speech, pull yourself up by your bootstraps?
Not only she pulled herself up by bootstraps, you yanked yourself up in the air, flipping around, and now look where you at. You in Congress. One of the most powerful women in this country.
I would say some of the things that emanated from that office you call a mouth, I would say those things are very dangerous, especially the following you have.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't even stop there. You killed the Amazon deal to your city. That was, how many jobs was that?
There's a lot of jobs. I think it was like 25,000.
You killed
6-figure jobs.
You eliminated billions of dollars in tax revenue for your state, your city, your district.
Yeah.
You don't think that's dangerous? You don't think people might see you and say, you're out of your mind. You're crazy.
You're disgusting. You know, but see, that was the whole point of her speech, though.
Yeah.
It was to victimize herself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It was to victimize herself so she could appeal to her female base.
Yeah. She's not going to tell women, look, I was a bartender, now look where I'm at. No. She sees this as an opportunity to grab more votes.
Yeah.
That's what she's doing.
She's like, I'm going to get all kinds of votes.
Yeah. And
from kinds.
Yeah, and from what I read about Representative Ted Yoho, he didn't direct those. If he said it, so be it. This stuff like this happens all the time in all jobs.
Yeah.
To think that this doesn't happen in Congress or Senate, you got to be out your mind.
Yeah.
Today, politics is very polarizing. This stuff is probably happening on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
And from what the representative said, he said he was walking away.
Yeah.
And he said it, and a reporter heard what he said.
And misunderstood what he said.
Misunderstood. Who knows what really happened? Yeah. We wasn't there. Of course, AOC wasn't there. Her mind is not there half the time. I just want to say this one thing before we let them go, man.
What are you going to say, man?
I'm going to show everybody that I'm a true patriot. that I love this country. This is for Representative Ted Yoho. Thank you for your service, brother. Yeah!
Go to officialhodgetwins.com and pick you out a patriotic t-shirt today. Hell, I'm even giving you 20% off. Just type in discount code Chinese Virus. We call it Chinese because it's from China. We making t-shirts great again. Yeah.